Hello again. Welcome back to our 21 series of questions we would ask an estate planning attorney if we were going to hire them. Again, I'm Raymond Chandler with Polaris Estate Planning Elder Law, and this is my partner Scott Stork. And we're continuing this series of questions we would want to ask an estate planning attorney if we were hiring them, knowing what we know. And again, a lot of these questions recently and today again are talking about fees, because that's a question we get most of the time and most people are worried about. So we want to lay those out for you. Today's question is, what do you charge to work with my financial team? Your financial advisor, your CPA, people like that. So Scott, why is that important?
So the first question is, does the law firm even come close to working with your financial team, or do they kind of put the burden on you to do so? It can be really important to work with the financial team because, as we've talked about in the previous videos, nobody should be working in a silo and just working alone, because your financial plan affects your estate plan. Your estate plan definitely affects your financial plan, which can affect taxes and all sorts of other things, including insurance and any number of issues. So the big red flag is if the attorney doesn't have any plan at all in place to talk to your other professionals, it means that they are a kind of a professional who works in a silo, and they're giving you a set of documents without any consideration about how it affects the rest of your life. Another red flag is hourly rates. I cannot tell you the number of times that I have clients come in and they tell me that their attorney had to talk to their financial advisor for some reason, and then they've gotten a bill in the mail for an hour or more's worth of work. That's not a good working relationship, because again, if that happens, clients are going to be reluctant to pull in the rest of their professionals to work together. And frankly, in estate planning, that is the best way to make an estate plan work, is to have all of the professionals engage with one another.
So we like to have our financial team in place for our clients and make sure that we're working with them. And so with us, it's always part of the plan. It's always part of the fees. It's always part of that flat fee. So we don't charge hourly, of course. We talked about that. And so we want to make sure, not only, one of the reasons we charge a flat fee is not only we don't want the client afraid to call us, we don't want the financial team afraid to call us either, because sometimes we've heard from advisors and CPAs that they were reluctant to call the attorney because they knew that the attorney was going to charge the client. And so then they talked to the client instead, and things got lost in translation, all sorts of stuff. So we want to make sure that all of our clients and their entire team are on the same page, and so they're all talking to each other, all able to work together, and include that in the planning fees as well. And one of the big reasons we want to do that, as well as making sure the plan works, is to cover what we call the empty chair syndrome. And that's when a lot of times in marriages and with couples, there's one of those spouses that's kind of the head of the financial game, knows where the investments are, knows what the plan is, talks to the advisor, talks to the CPA, talks to the attorney, things like that. And unfortunately, sometimes that's the person who passed away, and now we have that empty chair. And so we want to make sure that when that empty chair occurs, that we already have the team in place, that we've already talked to the team, that everybody's comfortable with each other, everybody knows what the plan is, that the spouse remaining can still just pick up and go from there with the team in place and things of that nature. So that's why it's really important to work as an entire team. Not only the silo situation that Scott talked about, but also that empty chair syndrome. And that's why we include talking with the financial planners, talking with the CPAs, talking with everybody in your team, including your family, as part of your plan, as part of those fees. So that's why it's important to us.
So next week we're going to talk a little bit more and delve deeper into our 21 question series. And next week's topic is, what will it cost your family when you do pass away to help settle out the estate? Because every estate has to be settled in some way. So again, this is our 21 question series on questions we'd ask an estate planning attorney if we were hiring one. Remember to subscribe and like to the channel so that you get notification of when that new video comes out. Again, I'm Scott Stork with Polaris Estate Planning and Elder Law. This is my partner, Raymond Chandler. We hope this was informative. Thanks for watching, and drop any comments that you have down in the comment section.